Ooh, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the first time we do a show like this. Join me as I introduce the man behind. You've no idea how excited I am, ladies and gentlemen, about this. So let me tell you again. This man, right? You may have seen him somewhere outside the Carrington complex shouting, Maguire out, Anthony in. You may have seen this guy at the Crackhead Convention in 2022. You may have seen him somewhere on the streets of Twitter shouting hashtag Glazers out. I'm talking about the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Planet Faz, the brains behind the show. Planet Faz. Allow me to introduce the man himself, the legend.
Oh my god, man. People are already saying I got an ego. After that introduction, I might as well fucking have an ego, bitch. I might as well feel myself.
There we go.
Where's my bring me my cigar, bitch. That was introduction
Ladies and
of
gentlemen.
introductions, man. Wow. Thank you very much.
Very fitting for the men. I hope I tried something. Big up to you, Liam, for joining in. We got the man, Liam, tuned in. Big up to you, Liam. We're going to right now talk to the man. He's also known as Tev Faz, but we're going to get to that. Stick along, Liam. Hit the like button, and let's get to it. All right. This interview is just pretty much going to be like Piers Morgan style, but better. Because it's Botswana Papi style. Okay? I'm just going to ask you, my man, Faz, if you were a fruit,
yeah,
what would it be?
if I was a fruit, okay, which fruit would I be? Is that what you're asking?
Exactly.
That is a very interesting question. God damn it, bitch. You didn't tell me it was gonna be like this. Okay. If I was a fruit, I think I'd be
Yes,
a
bro.
guava. I'd be a guava. I
Okay.
have a very close connection to guava. It's a very exotic fruit. It is a fruit that is not common, and if you find it common, it is not the same taste. It is actually not a nice taste. So I think guava, the right guava from the right area. Yeah, that's me, guava.
You know. Can I say something about guava? I like the when you find that ripe guava, but then sometimes the seeds keep messing me up though. They get into the little slots between your teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is me, but like this is my experience with guavas. But it's good fruit though. Interesting.
Exotic.
It's exotic. It's exotic. It's obviously got different. I'd say the texture is very different from the look, which is kind of a little bit symbolic.
And
right
it's not
now
for
because,
everyone. You could say
not for
mango. You could say
everyone.
this, that, but guava isn't for everyone. So that's just how I am.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, next time you see this man, throw a guava at him. It's such an honor, Faz, to have you here, bro, because I'll just tell you right now, the first time I think I encountered you, it was somewhere on the YouTube streets. It might have been when you were like doing a match reaction. Maybe it was related to United View, and you were talking about Jadon Sancho. And you were unhappy with Jadon Sancho. And that was the first time I was like, who's this brother right here? Let me listen to more of what he's saying, because what your passionate rant encapsulated how I felt at that moment, and I think Jadon had like tonsillitis or something like this, and you was so gutted. Man, I just have to tell you that it's just the very first memory that I have of the the men behind Planet Fast, which makes me ask, how did you come up with the name Planet Fast?
Okay, so ever since I was young, right, I was bullied because of my skin color, from family
Mhm.
members, in school, and I've moved schools a lot because of my family, because of my mom and dad, um,
Okay.
and I was never accepted truly anywhere until I became a man. All through my youth, I wasn't accepted in a community. I didn't have a circle of friends. Ever since I made a circle of friends, I'd have to move, I'd have to go somewhere, I'd have to do whatever, etc. So I've always tried to fit into somewhere. I remember one point in my youth, I joined a new school and I told them that I'm from Brazil, and they said what?
Okay.
And how? I always say this so much: finesse your fucking way into anything. They had top footballers playing in the school team. I wanted to be in the school team. What
Okay.
better way to tell them that play me? They say you're Brazilian. They'll fucking play you by default.
That's good.
They play you by
That's
default.
good.
So I said I'm Brazilian. I'm fucking not Brazilian. I ain't played Brazilian
Yeah.
football. I got caught out,
Yeah.
after a few games, like certain players. But I just ever since then I was like, you know what? For me to be accepted somewhere, and when I started my channel, I said the channel cannot be about football. Football is a part
Mhm.
of what we talk about. It is a big part of what we talk about. But guess what? Once you go off YouTube, what is your life? Once you go off YouTube, what do you do? And I made Planet Fast for the same type of people like me in this world who find it hard that they don't get accepted, and especially they get misunderstood. And Planet Fast is a place where you come and you just be a simply loose cannon. Be a loose cannon, obviously in a respectful way, but just be yourself. You don't have to
Yeah.
be in a certain way, a certain thing. Just be. Why the fuck do I want to get accepted by a community? I make my own fucking community. That's what I just decided, and I said, I'm sorry for swearing, I hope it's okay, but that's
Oh,
just what I
it's
decided.
all
Make
good.
my own community,
Yes.
man.
I love that. I love that. I love that. And so let's go actually to a little bit of before that. So you talk about your ethnicity. You're able to play the Brazilian card. So let's talk about your parents. Tell me. Break it down. Your ethnicity. Big up to you, General Dan. Dan said I walked in at the wrong
Nobody
time.
knows actually. No,
He's talking about the fruit question. But
no,
yeah, please go
nobody,
ahead and break it down.
nobody actually knows my ethnicity. Nobody does on the YouTube world. Very, 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 very few people. Uh,
Mhm.
and do I want to disclose it? Is the question. Do I still
You
want
could
to
save
disclose?
that for the
I think.
book.
I think that has become. I ain't reading no fucking book, and if I'm not reading a book, I'm not writing a book. Why the hell am I gonna make you read a book when I'm not reading it myself? But I'm not saving it. I just like, you know what? I'm a very
You like the
controlling person. I'm very controlling. I like to
Mhm,
control everything in my life. And you know what I like?
mhm,
For
mhm.
YouTube is about retention. And it actually makes people stay and engage more if they don't know certain thing about me. And sometimes it makes people stay more if they find out certain things about me, but it also does the opposite. It does the same thing when you do the opposite. And I think I just want to keep that guessing. People, and oh, by the way, I've had this all my life. Planet Faz is that same reason why. It's like people have always, when I've moved schools, when I moved to towns or cities, or when I've traveled, when I went to Dominican Republic, hola, como está? Me gusta, muchas gracias.
You
Hey, you Dominican? No, I'm not Dominican, bro. Hey, you talk like you Dominican. No, I'm not Dominican. When I go to when I go to Jamaica, everything Irie, bless up, Ja, Rastafari, gun fingers, them,
All
bro.
right.
All right. Anyway, and all them, you know what I'm saying? Bro,
No.
uh, yeah. So when I go to Jamaica, they say, bro, you're Jamaica, man. I say, no, I'm not Jamaican. He say, yeah, you're Rastafari, you're original man, them from you,
Mhm.
you know. And then when I speak to Nigeria, how una day? Wetin be this? Pigeon, they say, bro,
Oh
you're
my
from you're
goodness.
from Lagos, you're from Nigeria. When I talk in my Asian lingo, you've seen me on my stream talking. So that's Planet Fast. Planet Fast is actually an ethnicity of everywhere, and that's what I like to keep it.
Yo, that's I love that. I respect that. A little bit of mystique. You know, you
Wait till I
can't.
become Botswana, but wait till I become from Botswana, bro. Then you got a problem. There you go, bro.
Yo, that day. Big up to you. Big up to you, Space the Kid. Okay, question from Liam, real quick. We're gonna diverge into a little bit into football, but we're gonna come back from the non-football world. Liam says, do you know if Eric Ten Hag is good at mind games? What do you
I
think,
think, yeah,
Faz?
100%. 100%, because you see how he does his press conference, right? He
Mhm.
just about gives you information and then just keeps you guessing. He just about tells you, he doesn't leave you hanging. He doesn't give you aggression. He doesn't give you crazy stuff that you can print and misquote him. And at the
Mhm.
start as well, you saw him challenging certain journalists and kicking them out and not giving them interviews. Remember that? So he's very good at making sure it's not just mind games, but making sure everything is clear and not too much. It's like giving you a dosage of, something, but making sure he's not giving you too much or too little, just enough for you to understand. And that keeps people guessing, but also understanding. It's fantastic. It is very, very good. And to say that this man couldn't speak English was laughable.
Right, right. I actually, at the beginning though, Faz, I have to be honest and say, I thought it was a language thing, but then I was like, no, this man is using the fact that English is a second language to his advantage, and he's controlling how much information he gives you with every answer. And sometimes, you can see him like twitch a little bit because he knows there's the urge to want to tell you more, but then he's like,
Mm.
no, keep them guessing. So Liam, yeah, I just want to just echo what Faz said about that and say I think we have the master of mind games in our
Yep.
dugouts, which is amazing. So I just have to, what you said, one day maybe, brother, I'd love for you to visit Botswana one day. So, but before that day comes, I have to say it for all the Botswana ladies that see the stream. Are you single, Faz?
I am happily, happily, happily not single. I have been in a my partner has been we've been in this thing for nearly 9 years. I'm sorry, Botswana ladies, but hey, you got Botswana Papi up in this, man. I'm sure
Hey.
you can. You got Botswana Papi, bro. You don't need me. look at that. Look at him smiling, man. Look at him
Hey
smiling.
man,
But nah,
you never know, you never know. you know.
I've been, yeah,
So
I've been.
so
I signed a lifetime contract, man, and I've been nearly 9 years, so nearly a
nearly
decade
9
with
years.
someone.
Big
Nearly
up to
nine,
you,
eight, nine
bro.
years. Yeah.
Then that makes me want to ask, how did you meet the person that you're with? You just like how.
Normal Facebook, bro, mutual friends, and I
Oh.
said to her, "Do you like KFC?"
And then
I
you met at
swear
the
on my, I swear
KFC,
to my,
two
I met
piece and
with.
fries, and
And
then
you know what? Back then,
yeah.
I was not broke. I was broke. I was differently broke, bro. I
Yee.
had to tell her
Yeah.
I couldn't, because I was so broke. I couldn't get transportation to somewhere, so I
Mhm.
I had to tell her I'll meet you somewhere. Just like because I'm busy. Was I fucks busy? I was busy walking. That's what I was busy. I was busy walking. I said let's go to cinemas, and I was so broke I couldn't pay for both of our tickets. So I asked my friend to do, those cinema vouchers, 2 for 1. So I used
Yeah,
a
yeah,
two
yeah,
for
yeah.
one voucher. So I paid for mine and she got hers for free. That I was different level. And that was the time when my father left as well, and I was leaving my mom's
Mm.
house just about. So yeah,
Mhm.
it was mad times. But yeah, we met through mutual friends kind of thing and Facebook
Hey
really.
man, big up
I
to
just
y'all
told
for
her,
kicking it.
listen,
Nine
what
nine
time are you
years.
free?
Yeah,
Are you free on a Wednesday? Do you like KFC? She said
yeah.
yes. I said, be free, man. See you then. Simple, man. It didn't bish bash bosh.
Incredible, brother. Incredible, incredible. Yo, if you're just tuning in, we're chilling with the man himself, the Twitter verified Faz,
Bro.
the man behind Planet Fast. so
Yes,
so
sir.
don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. All right, let's go in and talk a little bit about now. I love that you gave us the context that all right, so you're with your ride or die and she's been
Yeah.
with you probably before you started your life as a content creator, right?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
She
real.
been with me. Listen, not everything was like glory, glory, Man United. I
Mhm.
had to survive life. When I
Tell
met
us
her,
about it.
I was an
Yeah.
immigrant, right? And I was so embarrassed to tell her of my situation, my status, that I would lie where I work. And I would, if she picked me up from somewhere, I would tell her, pick me up from this place, so that she doesn't see me come out of certain places, because I was outside. And content creation and football talking, you see me on the camera, you see me wearing nice clothes, people think this is how I came out. But guess, I came out the gutter, and she met me when I was in
Yeah.
the gutter. I was using any means necessary to make like quarter of minimum wage. I was working for quarter of minimum wage, and that's many people's reality even to this day. Um, and she met me then, man. She, and eventually I told her about my situation, because I had to. And you know what? The most important thing was that she believed in me. She saw the black diamond, she saw the brown diamond, she saw the diamond in the dirt, and she said, "Yeah,
Mm.
I see what you got going on." Just like my members, man. That's why I always say certain things. I say people take it lightly, but I say they didn't believe in me, but my members did. And that's what it means.
Yeah.
You lot believed in me. You were one of the first members, right? And she was one of the
Yeah.
first believers. And the craziest thing is, my partner, she is not my partner. She's a human of her own. And she is my present. She's my gift from God. That's what she is. She is my gift. For all the things that I deserve in life came in a bundle of her. Because look at the time now. After streams, I go chilling, I do whatever, nobody calls me. She's just, yeah, she's very, very supportive, very supportive.
I love that. And General Den says, big up to the relationship gang. Yo, man, it's
Mm.
incredible when you find somebody that supports you and also just sees
No,
your
but one thing I
potential.
want to say though, you don't find them.
Yeah.
You
You
don't
don't.
find them. This is a
So
misconception of the world. You do
so
not
somebody
find the ideal
who's
partner.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Nobody ever finds the ideal partner. You become the ideal partner. You grow, you
Ooh.
learn, you adapt, you put up, you compromise, you cry, you laugh, you build, you break again, you build again, you cry again. You become the ideal partner, because nobody finds the perfect person, because you are not the perfect person at the time when you meet someone. So you are not complete. Nobody's ever complete. You are still learning as of today. You could have been in a relationship 25 years, but you've done something that you think, I could have done something better. I could have done it.
Mhm. So
If that was the case, there would be a cutoff date. At 22 years old, you are a complete person, and you know exactly what you're going to
yeah.
do for the rest of your life. You know exactly where you're going to live rest of your life. You know exactly what you're going to eat. Everything is, yes, it's done. 22. But it's not the case. So nobody, you don't, you find a compatible person that you then build yourself with. That's the most important thing.
And who would have thought Planet Fast would be out here killing it like Dr. Phil advice? No, but that's really facts though. It's about also like what you see, what yourself you're bringing, and the state of mind that and the attitude that you're bringing to the table. And I love what you said right there. So now, how tell me now, like the dream of content creation, and now you're with her but you're working other jobs. So now, like,
I'm
paint a
my
little picture for us now.
content creation was never my idea. I never thought I'm going to be
how,
content
how did
creator.
that
In
come
all
about?
honesty, my first ever job was in finance. I thought finance. So anything I ever picked, I thought I'm going to be the CEO of this fucking bitch. When I started my
Oh,
work in finance, I stopped being an immigrant. I got my legal right, my legal citizenship, and my first ever job was in finance. And before then, I had no CV. I did fucking I cleaned toilets, I cleaned kitchens, I cleaned cars in the snow. I hustled, I delivered food on a bike. I did every fucking thing that you could think that I used to be physio. I have no physio fucking degree. I did anything to make money. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to be a banker, because one thing I always loved is
Mm.
money. As a youth, I loved, adored, and obsessed money. Nothing in my life, you don't talk to me unless it's something to do with money. And I was obsessed of making money. So I just did, I managed to secure a job in finance, and I thought, this is my life. I stayed there for 1 month. I hated it.
Okay.
I was
So
I
so
was
so
amazed. Go on.
yeah, no. It's the thing. It's like that's what I'm curious. How do you make the switch from the
I'll tell
finance
you.
world?
Yeah, I'll tell you. So,
Yes, yes, yeah.
I'm one thing I'm very good at is I'm very good at talking. I can talk for days. I can sit here and talk to you 7 hours, no problem. Uh,
Yes, yes.
I have a talent, is what that mouth do. That's what my friends say. Uh, because everybody, when I
Pause.
talk, they
But
stop.
yeah.
Yeah, they stop. Now in finance, I was selling credit cards and financial products left, right, and center. But then I soon realized that this is a rat race, and I realized being an evil person is not a good thing. And I was being an evil person,
Mhm.
thinking about money. I thought to myself, this is not sustainable. This is not. I'm just not feeling myself. Why am I not feeling myself? I don't know why. I'm 21 years old. I'm just thinking, why am I not feeling myself? I stayed there for 1 month. I walked out. I said, fuck this. Then I started working in telecommunication, selling mobile phones, selling insurances, whatever, in a phone company. I stayed there 1 month. Again, I was the highest seller in the first month. I stayed there 1 month. I didn't see the sustainability in selling a 60-year-old a fancy, shiny phone case. What's the sustainability in
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I'm just sucking the money for no reason.
It's
It's
yeah,
no
yeah.
point on me. It's not point in me selling a 16-year-old an iPhone 10 at the time, or whatever, iPhone 8. What's the
Yeah,
point? She's
yeah.
she's 15 years old. She's 14 years old. It's no point in me making a person who barely understands technology selling the highest techie product. Making it look like,
Mhm,
yeah, I just didn't
mhm.
like it. 1 month in, again, left. After that, there is a clothing company called Foot Asylum, if you know Foot
Okay,
Asylum. I
okay.
worked in their head office, in their head office. Stayed there for 1 month. I left. I said, this ain't it for me, man. The timing, everything, it's not for me. And I just kept quitting jobs left, right, and center. I just never found home. And then I eventually
Every
started,
month you yeah,
bro, every month, bro. Imagine
yeah.
my rent is due. How am I gonna pay rent? I don't have at this point. I don't live with my mom and dad, and my mom and dad are poof, they've gone. I don't know where. I don't talk to them. I don't text them. They don't know where I am,
Mhm.
and I'm just going month to month. Making paycheck to paycheck, and I just had one thing in mind, bro. I don't know where the fucking door is, but I just believe God will put a door in front of me. I don't know how the guy will do
Man.
it, but he'll do it. Some random guy is gonna text. Some random guy is gonna call.
Mhm.
Some, I don't know. I'll just go on Indeed. I'll go on this. I'll go on that. I just find something. My partner helped me as well. I worked in Domino's Pizza. I think that was 1.5 months. Again, hated it. I was too always thinking, man. Whenever I worked, I always saw a process or a system like, this is fucked. Like, you might not do. Did you guys do this for 10 years, pressing the same button, pressing 7 buttons that you could have done in 3 buttons? Like, what's going on
Yes.
here? And that's my mind's always fixated on making things different. Left that, and then I started working in public service, and obviously before that, before even joining in finance, I was in youth work as a volunteer. I volunteered as a youth worker for 6 years from a youth, and I did that for many years. Was good. And I thought at one point, football power hour, I thought, that's gonna be my life. I'm gonna be a youth worker for the rest of my life. When I joined
Mhm,
finance,
mhm.
I'm going to be in finance for the rest of my life. When I did telecommunication, I'm going to be the best salesman in the world. When I joined for Asylum, I'm going to be the director one day. Then, anything I do, I just want to reach to the top. Doesn't fucking matter how. But as in the process, I just fall out of love. I feel like it's not sustainable. It's not human friendly. And eventually I landed, a particular role that I do in public service, and it's been good. It's okay. But even then, I just, my friends, through the pandemic especially, my friends said, listen, you have a absurd talent of getting someone's attention, whether they like you or not. You just know. I've done it all my life. If obviously I've, as you can imagine, being an immigrant, people talk down on you, people abuse you, people look at you like an idiot. They look at you like useless. I haven't been to university because I wasn't legally allowed. I couldn't drive because I wasn't legally allowed. I couldn't fly because I wasn't legally allowed. And everybody just looks at you thinking, bro, what the fuck are you? You're just a
Less
flesh and
than,
bone in this
yeah,
earth. So I said,
yeah, yeah.
what's the one thing that I can do in any room that will make someone think this guy has something without having to show them a piece of document that has a stamp on it? I said, talk. If someone says, firstly, listen, understand what you're going to reply, and then reply. And when you reply,
Mm.
reply as in the way that what you're saying is the fucking truth. And that's the only way. Whatever they've said is invalid. Say it as if whatever someone said is fucking invalid. Stick it on someone. And I started doing that in job interviews. I started becoming successful. I started talking to people, and I was very sour and bitter about my background. I was very sour and bitter about my mom for how she left me. I was very sour and bitter about my dad, how he left me. I was very bitter and sour about why was I born? Why did I have to face this? I didn't do anything to anyone. I volunteered for many years. What the fuck do I have to go through this? And then eventually I said, you know what? Your past is your colors, your present is the paintbrush, and your future is the canvas. You use your past, you use yourself as the paintbrush, and you paint your fucking future. You paint it how you want it. Your past is your colors. That's what you've experienced. Use your past and paint your future, and you are the brush. So that's what I said. You know what? I'm too creative. Someone said start a podcast. We would just love to sit and listen to you. You have a talent of talking. Whatever you talk, you somehow make it sound interesting. And I started a podcast, and then eventually one thing led to another. I met Flex outside Old Trafford, and I did a couple of things. People love me, and next thing you know, it's this. And at the start, YouTube, when I started it, just like yourself, I had a YouTube channel a long time ago, and I just kept it as a fun. And I was like, bro, how the fuck do I get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours? YouTube, what the fuck have you? This is Mount Everest, bro. How the fuck do I climb this? But that's when I started sleepless nights. I wasn't obsessed, and I was a workaholic. I have always had 2 jobs, 3 jobs at a time. I work 7 days a week. It's impossible for me to have a day off. It feels uncomfortable. I became a workopath. At that point, I became a workopath. I became a psychopath as to what it takes to break 1,000 subscribers, and I broke 1,000 subscribers. What it takes to break 4,000 watch hours, then I broke 4,000 watch hours. What it takes to have a stream with bare people join, and I had a stream with bare people join. What it takes to take the next step, and just kept going and going, and eventually I started thinking, you know what? I'm just a very, very expressive and creative person. I just love to create, and now I've just found at 25, 26 years old that this is what I want to do, man. This is it.
That's exactly what I want to delve into more now. That I love that you've like gave us the context of like, okay, so Planet Fast came first, and then from there, like you met Flex at United View, and then from there, like the Planet Fast community kept on growing, and so talk a little bit more about your content creator life as now. Okay, now you're like starting to monetize your channel. Somebody who's still like trying to grow that YouTube channel might encounter this, and maybe might find some gems that are useful. So just briefly give us a little bit of a timeline, or like not necessarily a timeline, but like a little bit of a like, so this is how it, and Fast started growing first, and then from there, then you met Flex, and then you started being introduced to the United View world, and then that collaboration happened. Go ahead.
Never was the idea to talk about football. The idea was to talk about, just do podcasts.
Okay.
Never thought I'd be
Okay.
talking about football. Never, ever, never. The channel wasn't even started for football. The channel was started to just have a bunch of friends talk about a bunch of shit. But then I saw the market was so getting diluted. I saw people are having to pay to blow and etc. And I was like, man, this is not sustainable. Like, I ain't even got money like that. So how am I gonna? And I remember my first ever thing. Me and my friend were testing it out, and we saying we're gonna do the stream in my a house. And I said, bro, if I touch something, it's gotta be proper. I have to listen, it has to at least look good on the plate. I'm a very, very picky person in terms of what I put out. It has to look good on the plate. If it doesn't look good, I can't put it out. What is the best that I can do now as a considering myself as a Michelin star chef in a van? What is the best thing that I can cook? Let me cook the best thing that I can cook in a van. Let's not just make anything in a van and put it out. What? Fucking close the van. Figure out what's the best thing I can cook in a van as a Michelin star chef, and then put that out, or else we're not opening the van. So that's what I started doing. Luckily, I had my partner. She did a t-shirt printing thing, and this was the venue, and then I spoke to the landlord and I said, listen, I need a place, and they were happy to just let me borrow a place. So I just borrowed a place, and I started taking risk. I started just spending credit card, spending debt, spending savings, buying camera. I said, okay, can we shoot this on a phone? Yes, we can. How does it look? Shot a whole did 3-4 hour streams on a phone. Don't like it. Fuck it. Delete. Nope. Don't like it. I'm not putting it out. I don't fucking care. I need, what does this guy's stream looks like that quality? This guy's stream looks this quality. Why? Everybody told me just put it out, it will grow. I said, no. This guy's stream is this quality. It's 2021, 22 at that time. Yeah. People are blowing up like this. What the fuck am I waiting for? I am 25 years old. You want me to make content? You want me to say, hey guys, at 37 years old? Bruv, allow it. My knees are young now.
Yes.
I said, right, cameras are needed. Okay, how much is a camera? $1,000. Buy 2. Take the risk. Fuck it. Buy 2. Right. How much is a light? $200. Buy 3. How much is a mic? $100. Buy 4. How much is this? Buy this. Buy a laptop. Buy this. Obviously, my friends, they help me out when they can. I didn't even have a laptop. My partner helped me out with a laptop during Christmas. So I've had some help from there. And then I just said, right, I've got a podcast now. I'm doing the podcast. People are liking it. People are saying they want to come on it and the show and do a show with me. I said, okay, this is good. But then eventually I said, this is a bit too much. Again, I had very creative idea, did a nice intro, did everything. I said, every podcast, I'm going to have a new intro. It's like, that's how the level. I said, people replay their intros. I'm like, no, every podcast, I'm going to do a new intro. And it was good. It was good. People were enjoying it. But then from the podcast started, I just, for some reason, again, I couldn't afford Man United tickets ever in my life. Man United tickets are expensive. If you think like 50 pounds, which is $65 a ticket, I could never afford a ticket. God has blessed me now to a situation where, again, I managed to finesse my way into getting Man United tickets. I can get tickets to any game. And my access is different in the stadium. I get Wi-Fi in the stadium. People don't get Wi-Fi in the stadium. Finesse. Figure the fucking way out.
Levels, baby.
Yeah. Listen, I want to go to a game and I have money, but I can't get a ticket. What can I do? People are charging $100, $200 for a ticket. How do I get a ticket? Again, don't know where the door is. Just pray, just obsess, just look. God put a door. Opened the door, knocked on the door, someone opened, figured a way out. One thing led to another, went to a whole season. As I'm going now, one day, I'm walking home with my uncle. He's not really my uncle, but I just call him Unc. You know how it is in the colored community. You're an uncle if you're older. Just saw Flex. Exactly, and I was like, I didn't know Flex. I never met him. I never knew I never been in fan channel. I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing. I just like cameras, and I had camera in my studio. So I just said, yo, there's a camera. Let me go where the fucking camera is. I went. Yes. I see my guy interviewing someone. He's talking about Matic. At the time, Matic was awful. I just jumped in the interview. I just walked in. I just disrupted the whole fucking interview. I said, bro, Matic was shit. I don't know what the fuck you lot talking about. Just be real. Get out the fucking club. This is bullshit. Camera panned at me. Boom. We want this guy. We want to hear him more. Okay, cool. Flex had me on another one, then another one, then another one, then another one. He started knowing my name. He then took my number,
Yeah.
then another one, and eventually I got the call to be on United View. And it all just, and at the time United View were obviously lower than 100k subscribers. They were like 50, 40k subscribers, I think, or 60k subscribers, something like that. So yeah, that's the time
Incredible.
yeah, and then people started asking me to do football stuff, and then I said, you know what, football's got a lot of eyes, and people legitly,
Mm-hmm.
like, there's not someone of my kind in this industry. There's a lot of people in this industry. You have, name me a dish that you like. Name me your food that you like.
Jollof rice.
Okay, jollof, right? Every restaurant, every household would have a different tasting jollof. Every household. So I said, what jollof could I create, but with fast flavor? So I said, okay, Planet Fast, boom. Manchester United, boom. Talking podcast, whatever, okay, but let's put it a bit this way, that way, and then let's start talking. Did a lot of stuff with United View. United View were really, growing at that time, so they were constantly needing people to do stuff, and I did a lot of stuff with them. And then I got a studio. I said, you know what? I can't be virtual. I need to make people think I'm serious. I don't know. I always say this. Fucking hell, I do not understand football. I am just a fan. But this makes you think I understand football, bruv. This fucking makes you think I understand football.
Yes.
That makes you think I understand football.
Yeah.
I look like I understand football, right? Don't I look like I understand football? But I don't understand
No,
football.
you
I'm just
do.
a fucking fan. I'm just a fan. Just a kid who watches games and talks about what I see. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it wrong. And I said, I need a studio. I need a studio.
Yeah.
I need a place where they can take me seriously. People need to, when they watch me, they need to think, you know what? There's watching someone and then there's paying attention. There's two different things.
Yeah.
When they watch me, they need to pay attention. Whether they like me or not, they need to pay attention. They need to watch me and remember me. Don't matter if they remember my name. They might remember my glasses, guy with the beard, guy with the mustache, guy with the glasses, guy with the blue logo. They need to just remember something about me. And guy with the headphones, whatever. Guy with the gray jacket. And then they started that. And then I started saying, well, you know what? I have some nice clothes. I'm gonna start wearing nice clothes to the post-match.
Nice.
Guy with the nice clothes. They started remembering me that way. And I just, like I say, just little spicy way of changing up certain things. And there you go. That's how it was.
Incredible, bro. Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man behind Planet Fast. You might have seen him on United View. You might have seen him on United Stand, United Table, United Top, United Stove, anything United related. Faz, he's in there. So we're actually I'm glad you started just touching us in a little bit. So this is actually even related to the question that Ed Woodward just asked about. So your transfer to United Stand happened way quicker than the Workhorse deal, brother. I just have to just ask the question right there because how did that transition happen? It's one of those things that like a lot of people like me are curious about, and we just I just want to know your take on that.
Listen, I am like I say, as you can probably make out by now, I am extremely 100-mile an hour. I don't have brakes. I don't stop. I refuel and I go again 100-mile an hour. I take red lights. I don't stop for red lights. That's fast. People need to understand. Like my friends understand me like that. My killie, my people, them, they understand me. My partner. Fast doesn't stop. I go when everybody stops. I go when everybody goes. I want to go. And United View gave me a platform that actually, in essence, skyrocketed me to this much, because when I met them, I didn't even have this many subscribers, of course. So absolutely love for them, and they taught me a lot, because United View wasn't just go and talk about football. It was observing what do the sharks do? How do the sharks move? Let me watch and learn, man. What equipment are they using? Why are they using it? Why are they doing this? How are they doing this? When are they doing this? What's the strategy? What's the planning? And eventually, as things went on, I spent a whole year. Let's be honest, I spent a whole year with them, and I I grew quite quick. My TikTok grew, my YouTube grew, my Twitter grew, and I'm very, very humble and uh, glad about that it grew, because it's important for a person to grow. But as things grew, I got more hungrier. I wanted the next 1,000 followers. I wanted the next 1,000 subscribers. I wanted the next 1,000 views. I wanted the next notification that says something great has happened. YouTube, when you upload a video, it says it's number one in, out of all your videos. I want my next number one. Or when I do a fan view, I want to reach more people. More people need to hear me. I want more. I constantly want more. And it is a bad thing. It is not a sustainable, it is not a healthy thing. But I have an unhealthy psychopathic obsession about making this. I told you, when I was in finance, I want to be the CEO. When I'm doing Planet Fast, I want to make this the best possible thing that I can probably make it. And it's not, Planet Fast isn't going to be big in terms of 10 million subscribers or whatever. I simply want to do the best possible thing that I can do at the fastest rate I can do. That's my people say slow down, and I understand slow down, but it is 2023. Where phones are charged wirelessly. Phones are charged wirelessly. You have to keep up with the time. I can't be understanding how the algorithm works when I'm 39 years old. I am a young, techie, savvy, creative individual, and I want to be pushed. I want to be pushed. I want to be creating. I want to be in front of the camera. I want to be presenting. I want to be making mistakes. I want to be learning. I want to be traveling. All of the things. And if United View cannot offer me that because they have a huge abundance of talent, it was rightly time for me to part ways, and they couldn't accommodate what I wanted, and it's as simple as I just wanted to do more, not bigger things, because they are big, they are very big, and they're going to become very, very, very big. But I just wanted to do more. I wanted, I I want to cover women's game, men's game, youth game, women's World Cup, youth World Cup, men's World Cup, Formula One, NFL. I want to cover everything. I want to do everything. And people need to understand that's wrong. That is not right. But guess what? I know, but I want to do it any fucking way. I just want to do it. This is my life. I put my entire fucking life savings into this. I took a huge amount of risk to do this. So I just want to take risks and create. Like I said, YouTube doesn't care if Faz is on Football Power Hour or Football Power Hour is on Planet Fast. YouTube cares if you're putting good stuff out there. If the content is good, the subscribers will come. If the personality is good, the subscribers will come. You could have all the ball knowledge in the world, but if you're not a personality, like I say, you might as well entertain a wall.
Oh, so facts, facts.
And look, I haven't gone to United Stand. People need to understand. It's not like I am with United Stand. Nothing has been agreed. Nothing has been patterned. Nothing has been ironed out.
Okay.
They
that was like my segue question of like, how did you get involved? I guess like right now we'll just call it an involvement, right?
United Stand is absolutely massive. United Stand is a colossal organization, the biggest fan channel in the world. And 7 months ago, I was a nobody. And I just done a show on the biggest fan channel in the world. I last time I checked, people would give an arm and a leg to be on that platform. I clearly have something that Adam from United Stand and absolutely love and big up to him that he saw.
Big up to Adam.
People saw Flex when he recruited me. Probably he saw that this guy has something. This guy has a personality, whatever. I have something that other people don't. That's why people take me on their show. That's why Saeed enjoys me. That's why you enjoy me. It's not egotistical or being big-headed. It's simply the reason why people view my shit is because people enjoy you. That's what YouTube is. You watch someone because you enjoy them. You should take pride in that. And there was a space. I got a call. Do you want to warm up and play? Do you want to start today? We'll give you full 90 minutes. And I went up and I scored a couple goals, and it was a good performance. But nothing has been signed, nothing is in contract. I'm a free agent. Planet Faz is Planet Faz, and we'll see what the future holds for me.
Hey man, it was an incredible debut. I gotta just give you your flowers and just say,
Thank you.
the general vibe was the fact that you're giving a fresh new perspective to, as you're saying, the United States is a big powerhouse, but that also comes with it with a little bit of a risk of it being a little bit too formal. But like in my opinion, for me as a fan of like that, as well as many other channels too, as well as I'm a big fan of United View too, by the way. So it was one of those things where I was just like, that's fresh, a fresh dynamic that's needed in that space. So, I just want to just wish you luck on that path, So I
Thank
just
you.
want to also touch on what you said earlier on, which is your life as a content creator. You make mistakes sometimes. Can you talk a little bit about that? Have you learned anything?
Yeah. I mean, look, for
Have you made a
example,
mistake that you've learned from, et cetera,
yeah,
et
for
cetera,
example, look, for example, I think the prime example is I made a little skit about the Moroccan girl when Morocco got out the World
Mm,
Cup. And at the time when I was making it, I was one of the first individuals to make it straight away after the result, because at the time my TikTok was blowing up, and I didn't realize that other people were actually gonna be doing it as well. I actually thought nobody's gonna care, and then people started doing it, and then people started actually taking it left. Mine actually, all I did was just laugh, saying, "Well, Morocco are going home now, so where are you?" That's all I said, and people started going really, really, really extra with it, and that's when I realized, you know what? Actually, maybe I shouldn't have done it. Poor kid, it's not nice. She's just a football fan, and she's just a girl. She's just a little girl. Maybe I
yeah,
shouldn't have done that. And I'm honest and humble and accepting enough to understand. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. On
yeah.
top of that, maybe there, other than that, what else? I haven't really done anything crazy. I haven't really said anything that is disrespectful or anything as such. But I think mistake wise, from a content creating side, my mistakes would have been learn the algorithm earlier. You know,
Mm.
learn the algorithm earlier. As a man, you should take
What does that
responsibility of
mean?
what you do. You should take
Yeah.
responsibility of what you do. So in a when you're doing live shows, you can say something that you regret, and you should be able to just say, you know what, messed up there, cool, move on, life goes on.
Knowledge.
You're not
Yeah.
on trial, you're not going to prison, and you're not going to get killed, so you're okay. But you just learn from it, right? But other than that, I've been okay. I think in the content creating industry, one of the other things is maybe I should pick up the phone more. If you trust people, you should call them and ask them questions. But there's only so much asking you can do. You ask, and then you have to say, right, I'm not going to get what I want, I need to move on. So that's another mistake that I made, is maybe not asking clearer, not asking louder, not asking in a more appropriate manner, and things went west quick. It is what it is. It's not the end of the world. And the other thing is, as much as people are your friends, you need to make sure that you are growing. That's the most important thing in content creating. You need to make sure you're growing. So another mistake I made is I should have learned, that you need to grow as well. So I learned that slightly later, that I need to grow. But I should have identified this earlier, that there's something that I want to do. Some people are happy to be just going along, but me, I created Planet Faz, and I have plans for my own thing. So I need to grow my own thing as well. Some people are part of a team. Some people are followers. Some people are leaders. Some people are creators. And I don't count myself as some of those things. I count myself as a leader and a creator. So yeah, those are some of the things. But yeah, learn the algorithm, learn, study the algorithm. And the thing is, a lot of people will not be able to do it. It's
Yeah.
just, I
Yeah.
can simply say this, without any
It's not
thought,
cut for. It's
because
not for everyone.
it ain't cut for every fucking one. It is so damn complex. Okay, imagine this now. I'm a very open book, because I feel like I can give you my formula, but you won't beat me, because I'll come up with another one. That's just how I am.
I love it. I love it. Yo, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. The mystery has been clarified. It's not because he was mad at the chefs at United View. It's not because of the indoor pools not pooling at United View. He just had to grow. He just had to grow. It was just a moment where like a collaboration had to, go different
And
ways.
yeah, that's
And
it. That's it.
yeah,
Listen,
the show is the football
a
power
bend in the
hour.
road.
Yeah.
Listen, a bend in the
Yes.
road is not the end of the road.
Exactly. Like for me, I look at life as a little river, and the river doesn't just flow it has like different moments sometimes when it splits, and then it can come together at a later moment. It can go different, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it just flows, and you have to go with the flow of life. And yeah, so which makes me want to ask you, Faz, so how did you end up actually supporting Manchester United?
I supported Manchester United since 2006.
What made you
Uh,
do that?
Paul Scholes. Simple. Paul Scholes, Nike boots, and that yellow football. I think what season was the yellow football? I don't remember. The Premier League. Uh, was it 2008 or something? I don't know.
8.
But
Yeah,
first and
yeah,
foremost,
yeah.
it was Paul Scholes, because I absolutely just loved the way he played. I think it was the Nike tick ball with the circle around it in the 06-05 season
Yes,
that I fell in love with.
yes,
Yeah. Um,
yes, yes.
Obviously at the time I didn't understand football so well. I was just a kid, but watching Paul Scholes, just I always felt anger in me. Right, I always just, nobody accepts
Yeah.
me. Nobody, I'm not, obviously I'm not going to be a footballer. Um, nobody understands who I am, and then you get Paul Scholes just being so dominant in a midfield, amongst 22 men on a pitch, and you think this guy dictates shit. He
Yeah.
dictates what the fuck happens next. Everybody functions around him because of him, and the man came back from retirement like he never fucking left. And watching Paul Scholes play football just made me really just think this team is amazing. Like, how is this team is carried and pillared by one man in midfield, and obviously other players played a great position as well. But for me, the way Paul Scholes, one of the things I always remember, Paul Scholes never backed out of a challenge. He never
So yeah.
ever backed out of a challenge. So I took that in my
So that
life.
Faz, I gotta. So that means if you were, I guess your ideal position is somewhere in the midfield as a player.
Center mid, 100%,
You would have.
100%.
Okay, but okay. So now, describe to me using any player attributes. It can be one player or a combination of players. What the Faz as a professional player would have been like had he gone that route?
Uh, I think for me, I enjoy dribbling, but I could never see myself doing dribbling, so it can't be dribbling. I enjoy watching
Okay.
it, but I can't see myself doing it. If I can't see myself doing it, then no. One thing I can see myself doing is passing. If I pass, it's cold. If I shoot, it's hot. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I could imagine
That's
myself like a Paul Scholes, Balak, Deco,
okay.
uh
Okay.
aggressive, really really aggressive, dark football, so scratching, pulling,
Yeah.
tearing your
Echo
shirt.
had a little bit of flair to him, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah, a little
like
bit of flair,
he
yeah, a little bit
that.
of back heel,
Yeah,
couple of back heels here and there,
yeah,
couple of drop of
yeah,
shoulder. uh
yeah.
but outside shot, like I
Back
must have
odds.
a shot from outside shot, like almost like Valverde. When I shoot that ball, it needs to be like I'm torturing, like I'm getting all the trauma out of my body every time I shoot. And every time I pass the ball, it needs to be like I'm kissing my partner. It needs to be soft and sweet when I'm passing the ball. And I think some of the midfielders is like, Paul Scholes, obviously Balak, Deco. Who else can I think of that I could compare myself with? I do like carrying the ball at times. I do like carrying the ball at times, but
So De
I
Jong.
yeah, but I'm thinking more of when I actually started watching football. I watched Chelsea a lot. My best friend at the time was a Chelsea fan, so I watched Chelsea a lot. So that's why I mentioned a couple of the Chelsea plays. But
Okay.
yeah, I can't think from the top of my head anymore. I liked Ashravin as well.
Okay.
I
Okay.
liked Ashravin when I was
Okay.
growing up. You know, as a
Yeah.
forward desk player. Yeah, I liked
I gotta
Ozil very much.
nice, nice. Enough on the players. I gotta know who's your favorite manager and why.
Obviously, Sir Alex Ferguson is up there, but my favorite
Okay.
manager in terms of just for my picking has to be Jose Mourinho. Sir Alex Ferguson
Mhm.
is god of managing, but just understand and Sir Alex was already there, right? He had already achieved so much prior to me even being born. Like this guy has already been
Yeah.
clanging and banging in
True.
Manchester United for how many years? Uh, but I truly understood and resonated with Jose Mourinho. I think this man is just a fucking freak. He's not even a genius. He's a freak of football. And yeah, like I saw one thing where John Terry mentioned that, you know, when I researched, he said at one time before the game, Jose Mourinho told me when after a corner kick and a header, fall on the floor and stay on the floor,
On the
because
floor. Yeah.
if it's a head injury, they will stop they will do something,
Hmm.
stop the game or whatever, delay
Yeah.
whatever. And the players didn't even know this rule, and the level of detail he
Loopholes in
goes
the
to.
law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loopholes,
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Loophole. And I'm like that with life. I'm a very loopholey person. That's what I do. I finish through life Jose esque.
I, I love it. I love it. I gotta talk. Take us back a little bit to what we were talking about earlier on. Super Nick asked a very good question. He said, Super Nick said, could you both touch on representation and its importance, especially in the Premier League? I think, Jose Mourinho is somebody that's like fresh, that brings that, Portuguese flavor, and it's a little bit different from, say, if you have like a English manager or whatever, So what can you talk? What can you say a little bit about representation and its importance
Representation is great, right? Representation is
yeah.
fantastic to see
On
someone
the
do something
dugout and
that,
on the pitch? By the way, yeah,
yeah, it's great. It's great. But you know, this is a bit off, but you shouldn't be waiting for someone to represent your kind for you to go and do something. Step the fuck up and be the first person if there's no one there. Stop trying to
represent.
wait
That's
for
how you actually
representation.
represent. Yeah,
Represent. Don't wait for representation. That's just me, though. I've always been that guy. If someone's getting, you know, bullied, I'll step up. I'll go and represent them.
yeah,
I'll represent.
yeah.
You know, stop waiting for someone to go and represent for you. But it is also important as a person to see that someone else is doing something that you want to do, or you could do, and how they're doing it. So it is also important to see, because they would have, of course, if they've been doing it, they would have made mistakes, they would have fucked up, they would have done something right, they would have done something wrong. And the most important, the thing is, if it took someone 5 years to do something, based on their mistakes and you learning from their mistakes, by the rule of life, you should be able to do the same thing they did in 5 years, in 3 years. Because
Mm.
last time I checked, it takes less than 1 second to light a fire now in 2023. How long did it take ancient human beings to light a fire? Hours. So to just use analogy of life, if it takes your representative, the person who's representing you, 10 years to do something that you want to do, learn, observe, learn some fucking more, observe some fucking more, do, learn, observe, do, and you should be able to do the 10-year period in 7 years. Because if you're not doing that, we're not evolving. Things are not evolving, right? Everything's about evolving, evolve, quicker. What's next? So yeah, representation is important for that as well, because you're going to see someone's mistakes and the roadmap.
Yo, that's a really really brilliant perspective. We you have to take initiative, whoever you are. I really love what you just said over there, fast. So let's wrap this up real quick and just say, so talk to me about the future now. Faz is a free agent,
Yeah,
and what is he hoping to achieve in the future now, and what is the plans for Planet Faz and beyond?
the future is great, because when I was 18 years old and I had nothing to my fucking name and I was outside on the street, I knew my future was great when I'm going to be 26. And guess what? I had no flipping plan. Stop planning. Start doing. Stop planning. Stop planning that you're gonna dig a hole when you don't even have a shovel and you've not used a shovel. Take a shovel and dig. When you fuck up and then think, right, okay, I actually dig this way, but this shovel works this way. So now I can maybe plan my next 3 steps because I've used the shovel and I've dug a little bit something, even though it's fucked up, but I've learned. Stop planning before you do. Do first. And planning fast. There is no planning. I swear to God, football power hour. There is no planning. I don't plan my days. I don't plan my content. I don't plan my streams. I don't plan my nothing. Nothing is planned. Everything is freestyled. Everything is off the dome. Everything is freestyled. No script. No nothing. Zilch. I think I've used Griggs' services twice to help me with 3 different streams during the World Cup and one time, just to get some little bit of organization. But other than that, nothing is planned. The future is just do it. Nike, just fucking do it. Whatever comes, he's there. You have to create your own luck. If you don't knock on the door, nobody's gonna know. That's what I say. If you don't knock on the door, nobody's gonna know. Keep doing, keep knocking, and eventually one thing led to another. I had 5,000, now 7,000. It don't, mark my words, one day it's gonna be 10,000, 50, 100. It's just gonna keep.
If you've got anything from today's conversation, is keep doing. Just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't take too long. 2023 is here. 2024 is coming up next. You gonna still sleep on your dream or what? The man is Planet Fast, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to just say thank you, my brother, for being here and sharing with you where you are with your journey right now. And I just want to just wish you all the best on your journey. And I know you said Planet Fast is not going to have 10 million. I think it's going to have 100 million, brother. So it's just like one of those things where you just got to flow with the flow of life, you know, and keep grinding on how you're doing and keep inspiring people like me as a content creator. I'm getting into this life myself. You know, I just want to also just thank you. The man, ladies and gentlemen, this man over here has over 7,000 subscribers. Can we make it 7,001? I have like one, you know, like so I just want to just say that, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate your vibe so much. And I also love the other content that you put into that sometimes I think a few days ago you were just a few rows behind Ten Hag. Am I right?
Yep. Yep. I said, well,
this man has breathed the air that Ten Hag breathed.
I said, if I'm behind Ten Hag, what can I achieve from this? Like, instead of just watching the game, what can I bring to the people? It's all about bringing to the people. What can I bring to the people? Everything is about, you know, content. And there's been so many times when I've said, fuck, I missed out on 50,000 there. Everything is, you know, you have to look at, especially if you're in this industry, it doesn't matter. The greatest salesmen are able to figure out not how to sell, but how to package and identify the customer. Who wants to buy? Knowing the best salesmen know who wants to buy. When Lamborghini isn't out here trying to sell because they got a clientele who they know they know who's gonna buy. So you need to identify who is my customer base. Who wants to watch this shit? You know who wants to watch this shit? People who don't come to Old Trafford. Do you know who doesn't? You know how many people don't come to Old Trafford? Fucking millions. Millions of people don't want to come to don't get a chance to come Old Trafford. So if I can figure out one way of harnessing a bit that will make someone feel like they're in Old Trafford, that's one. Then the next, then the next, then the next, then the next. Then the next could be, you might see me in boxing, you might see me in basketball, you might see me in NFL, you might see me in Formula One, you might see me doing. It's not. This is just Planet Fast. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. You might see me in fucking Olympics. I don't know. I don't know. You might see me in anything. You might see me in a rave, in a event. So yeah, just bringing things to the people, man. Bringing people closer.
Brother, we appreciate you and what you do and how you do it. And as a reckless delegate, I have to ask, I won't ask about too much about United V, but I have to ask, did KG take your reckless delegate card or no? You're still good? Are you still
Look,
a card carrying member?
eh,
Oh no.
at the end of the day, he has reckless delegate. That's his thing.
Yeah.
I don't have to be on anywhere to be a reckless individual. I can be
No.
a reckless individual anywhere.
He reckless by nature. He reckless by himself.
I'm reckless by DNA, but
By DNA.
big up to the reckless delegates. That's what he's created. That's his thing. I wish him all the best. But I have also created Crackhead FC and Heroin FC. I created the zoo, right? I have the zoo.
True.
I have my zoo.
True.
So yeah, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is, man. Big up to you, brother. I'll see you at the Crackhead Convention in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the man himself, Planet Fast. What an honor, what a privilege. I just feel so, I don't know, humbled at the fact that the brother was here and was able to just share time with us. And he's Edward was says he's Martial FC. Big up to everybody that tuned in. Big up to you for hitting the like button. Big up to you for subscribing if you haven't. The show is the Football Power Hour, Uncensored, featuring Planet Fast. This was the first time we did it, and we did it better than P.S. Morgan because we released a tape on the first, the first take. Look at that.